Is That Alright from A Star Is Born.
That's a nice song.
It is a nice song.
Yeah.
And A Star Is Born is the new... It's not really a musical, it's a film about music that has quite a strong original soundtrack. It stars Bradley Cooper, also directed by, produced by, written by Bradley Cooper. I should say adapted by, because it's a film that's been done before a couple of times. Lady Gaga co-stars as the star, who is born.
Yep.
That's the only way to say it.
Yeah.
And Bradley Cooper is the ageing sort of country rock star who discovers her and makes her what she is. Romance on shoes. It's not hard to see the general plot because it's out there in various forms already.
Ow.
You all right?
Sorry. Yep. My screen's gone off and I can't get it back on.
Right. Anyway, without further ado, if you haven't already seen an advert or a trailer for the film, and I don't know why you wouldn't, here is the trailer for A Star Is Born, and if you have, you're welcome. Here it is again. So, A Star Is Born, what did you think?
I wasn't blown away.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because it was a very standard film. I'm amazed that it's been redone so many times because it's nothing special.
I mean, it's quite a conventional narrative, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a story that has been done literally a lot of times.
Yeah.
Even, in anything.
Yeah.
Not just adaptations of the same film, which is very bizarre itself.
Yeah, I agree, and I think there's nothing original about the story. Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing original because it is a remake, but the whole narrative is incredibly sort of run of the mill.
Yeah.
Boy meets girl, fall in love, disruption.
Yeah, there are ups, there are downs. Yeah.
So in that sense, you're not going to get anything particularly different. I, however, really like the film. I thought it was well done. I thought that the soundtrack was very impressive.
Yeah, the soundtrack was my favourite thing.
Yeah.
I like the soundtrack.
I think the problem is, though, because of what it is, you expect a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
So the expectation is raised just a little bit more for it to impress, but I still think it impressed.
It did, yeah. To be honest, I went into the film expecting to hate it. I didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
Did I? I did not want to go and see it at all. So I went in expecting to hate it, and I didn't hate it. I quite enjoyed it. It was a good film. It wasn't a bad film.
Yeah.
It just wasn't great, but the soundtrack was awesome.
The soundtrack was very good, and kudos to Lady Gaga for that, really, for working with Bradley Cooper on the soundtrack. And I think she actually wrote a lot of the songs herself, and she performs most of them as well, as you'd expect.
Of course, and it shows that they are her kind of songs, aren't they? And I think that does lend itself to the film really well, and it does a big service to the film, really. Yeah,
and on the note of Lady Gaga, I mean, this was directed by Bradley Cooper. He hasn't directed before. The film itself, as we've said, it was fairly conventional, run of the mill. So here's what Lady Gaga thinks and what had actually attracted her to the film in the first place.
So we just had a connection instantly, and when we sat down to sing together at my house, it was within meeting each other for 20 minutes that I started to play piano and he started to sing, and I said, oh my God, Bradley, your voice, I can't believe it. And for me, singing, you can sound beautiful, but it is a whole other thing to sound beautiful and also be able to tell a story and to sing from your gut, to sing from the nectar of your being and your soul. And I really heard that in his voice, and I knew in my heart that he could play a rock star.
So that was Lady Gaga on the film. My only gripe with the film is that Lady Gaga was very good. I thought actually Bradley Cooper was very good in the lead role.
Yeah.
I don't think Bradley Cooper should have directed the film.
No, I think you're right with that one.
Yeah. I think he actually did quite a good job in adapting it and making it current, because the last big adaptation was done in like the 70s. So I thought he actually did a good job in bringing it into this generation. I also think he did a good job producing it. I think that the film looks good, it sounds good. It's really well acted, not just by Cooper and Lady Gaga, but the whole cast. I think whoever plays Lady Gaga's father in the film, I thought he was a standout supporting character.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
He was good. The brother was good as well, Bradley Cooper's brother. I don't know who that is, but he was really good.
Yeah. So I think everything about the film worked, but what I struggled with was certain parts of the coming together of all those components that Bradley Cooper, I just feel, was a bit too inexperienced as a director to really make it work. Like, there were a couple of shots that I just thought could have been incredible, but were only okay.
Yeah, they missed a trick. We were talking about this, weren't we? And they missed a trick with a few of the shots. They were where they should have been really powerful and impressive shots. They were just a bit like, okay, and you didn't really think about it until afterwards, but there was no scene where it was like breathtaking. Yeah. And there should have been. There were quite a few where they should have been.
And what I kind of thought was disappointing was the cutting was very, very hard, and it was just like one shot, cut straight to the next, cut straight to the next. And I think there were moments when you wanted it just to kind of slow down a bit and flow a little bit more, particularly when it was, there were scenes that were just the two of them, or scenes where sort of they're maybe really connecting with the audience. It just felt like those harsher edits just didn't work.
No.
And I think had a more experienced director been in charge, I think the film would have gone from being really enjoyable to actually credibly the best film of the year. I think.
I don't think even changing how harsh the cutting was would make it any less unoriginal or quite a dull storyline, really. I think no matter what you do with it, a film that has been made however many times and the only original thing about it is the songs that year, can't be given best film of the year. It wasn't good enough. And I agree with what you're saying. If a better director, or a more experienced director, should I say, had taken over, it would have been more breathtaking and it would have looked a lot better. But it still wouldn't have been best film of the year, I don't think, because it's too bland. It's been done.
See, I do really like it, and I won't be disappointed if it wins Best Picture. But that's not to say that I think it necessarily deserves Best Picture.
No.
But if it wins, I won't complain.
Yeah.
But here's to something that we can both agree on. This is another song from the film. It's Always Remember Us This Way, which isn't the catchiest title, but just listen to it. It's lovely.
Letters on the sky